Hi. Okay, so we're gonna process the chickens, but I'm grumpy. We had to cancel our sheep shearing because we just had a torrential downpour and the wind's blowing and it got cold and it's got to be done. So we're doing it still, but I'm cold and I had some dental work, so my teeth are feeling kind of weird. All right, so our setup. We've got the chicken scalder, which is currently a little too warm. It's 178, so we're letting it cool down. I've got the temperature turned down. Then we have the chicken plucker, which I will give you guys a super awesome like slow-mo. This is gonna be great. And the processing station and the soaking tub, which we had a minor blowout. So I had to drain some of the water before we put the ice in. Anyway, hold on to your shorts, folks. It's gonna get bloody. I was gonna do this whole like, hello, it's Wendy from Bald Enough Farmstead. Ugh, we're butchering chickens today and like kind of snap the glove and, you know, but we got rained on. I'm soaking wet. I don't want to do that. So bear with me. Welcome to my world. Why doesn't anything go right? That's what we get for doing everything outside, I guess, but it'll be fun. Not for me.
Okay, no, you gotta stay out. You gotta stay out. Yeah.
It's funny, everybody that has like chickens next to where they're butchering, they're like, oh my god, the chickens are gonna be so scared. No.
Can I put this up higher?
Yeah. I hate to do it, sweetheart, but you're next. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. She hasn't like walked for 2 days, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be sorry. Be happy for her.
Yeah.
Other than I'm about to eat this. That's enough.
There. Half done.
We gotta wait.
So something I do with the gallbladder when you pull out the liver is pinch the gallbladder so none of the bile gets out. So you pinch it right up against the liver and you're able to get rid of that sac and save the liver without the bile all over the place. So one thing I want to say is I am really sorry that in between cuts the screen goes blank. My editing software had an update and I think that was part of it and I don't know how to stop it. Anyway, I'm sorry for that. So we did start out with 16 Cornish cross and within a day and a half or so, 6 of them died and I don't know why. The feed store that we bought them from told us that we were kind of SOL. They were not going to change out the chickens because all I wanted was just to switch them out for live ones and they told me no. They were very expensive. They were almost $4 a piece, which I don't think I've ever paid that much for chicks before. So this kind of stinks. We only had 10 this year, but it is what it is. So I was cutting through the little bum hole area, the cloaca, and what you don't want to do is really like puncture and have the poop leak out. So if you're really careful about it, you can get it all in one fell swoop and all together and get all the guts and the entrails out. Also, the first thing that I was doing is taking out the croup where all the food goes down into. So when I flip it over and I'm doing something in the breast area, I'm just taking out basically the sac that holds all the food when they swallow the food. And I keep the liver and the heart, and I'm going to turn that into cat and dog food or treats. Everything else I just get rid of. So I'm processing that liver. So what you really don't want to do is pop open that bile. It tastes bitter, it tastes gross, it turns everything green. So I just take it, pinch it right at the base and make sure all the green goo is still inside that gallbladder and get a tight seal, pull it off. That way you can have the liver intact and that little bile sac goes bye-bye. So this is what I was talking about. So the chicken is laying on its back. So if you flipped it over, that little sac would be kind of stuck to the right side of the breast meat. So I didn't feed them that whole morning. So that sac was completely empty, which is nice. So you're not wasting food. And you just pull it out and get rid of it and then cut through the windpipe and everything comes out pretty easy. And this year, the chickens were so clean, so happy because they were outside enjoying their best life. So if anybody says it's mean or cruel, where do you think chicken in the store comes from? I mean, they live in cages their whole life, right? If you get them from a regular grocery store. So most of the chickens were all different sizes too. That was another thing that I thought was really, really strange. They also got really big. Like they produce so much meat for the frame size. So we didn't wait the full length of time that we normally do. So we got them on April 7th. We butchered them on March 7th. We butchered them on April 27th. So they grew really quick, but I don't know. I don't know where they got them, but they just were not our normal Cornish cross. Different sizes, lost 6 of them right up front. But they look great, and they since have been tasting pretty pretty good.
You.
So if you've seen the other videos, normally we do them underneath the sycamore tree, but this year I wanted them to have grass. That and the hay shed was full and we didn't have any room. So we're doing it by the other chicken coop in the grassy pasture. And I'm also doing it a little different too. I have bolts put into the top of that log and I can put their head in and they hold still and it works great.
Yeah, that's right where we want it. Is that body getting all bloody?
Yeah. Hey! Wait a minute! Stop! Freeze! Ah! Come back here! Okay, and we do that all again. 5 more times. So I'm gonna probably speed it up, I don't know. But that was pretty quick and easy. I like having everything right here in a little spot. So we're gonna build another chicken coop, a better chicken coop, and I think I want to have the meat pen over here. And Buck, stop! Anybody want a dog? Got a border collie who's nuts. I think I want to have a meat processing station like in one spot. It's great. It works wonderful. So pretty happy. I'm proud of myself right now. Oh, look at the view. And of course, as soon as the sheep shearer leaves, the sun comes out and it stops raining. So I'm gonna save all the chicken feet and I'm gonna boil them down and get a really good broth out of these guys and then turn it into cat and dog food. And I'm gonna mix it with all of the, a couple pieces of meat. Some of the chickens were, they got a little bit too hot, but the rain was coming and I didn't want the scalder to cool down much more because the rain was coming and I didn't want to get dumped on. So the ones that have the skin that's ripping off, it's because the scalder was too hot. So if you ever want to do chickens, make sure it's about 155 to 165 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. Or else the skin will get too hot and come off in the plucker. But yeah, the hearts, the livers minus the bile, and then some of the wings and stuffs. So I'm not worrying about taking the lungs out. So a lot of people get a little hook because the lungs are actually in the back of a chicken. So they're up high in the back. And I don't worry about taking those out because what we do, we're not selling them. They're just for us on the farm. I don't worry about taking the lungs out or else I'd have to like scrape in there and get between the ribs. And I don't do that. There's no really need for us. So that's why you don't see any lungs, but they are up like in the back. So if anybody says the lungs are not in the back of a chicken, they need to look at the anatomy again. So they're just too hard to get out. So, all right, round 2. Okay, I'm in the kitchen and I'm making some cat and dog food with the, innards. And I want to show you, these are the lungs of the chicken right here. See that? Look at that. So this is the breast. So obviously the bottom of the chicken, the breast of the chicken. So this, open that up and the spine is right here. So the lungs, yes, are right up in the back of the chicken. The more you know. that was a gosh dang success. Next, processing when they are cool. Not tonight. Okay, so it's been a little bit. I was going to process and bag the chickens tomorrow, but we have a lot of daylight left and the water is super, super cold. So I think the chickens are sufficiently cold now. And tomorrow we want to go mushroom hunting. So I don't get a lot of days off when I'm not working on the farm or at work because I work all week. So tomorrow we actually have a free day and I am dying to get out and do something fun. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's get these in the bag. I only got a little blood on me. It's not too bad, right? I only got a few drops on my face. That's not too bad. Okay, everybody, I'm going to sign off. We got all 10 chickens in the bags. They're going in the freezer. It was a wonderful year, but oddly enough, the chickens were, I don't know what the breeder, who the breeder was, or the hatchery was, but they were kind of all different sizes. I don't know, but they look delicious. They had very, very little fat on them. So they were mostly meat, and they look wonderful. If anybody wants to know what we're feeding, we finished them on meat bird food. It's actually called meat bird, not all flock. Some of the other flock raiser stuff tends to get them really, really fat, but the meat bird food, very lean, very delicious, and support your local farmer. Hi Mom, hi Laura, hi you guys. I love you guys so much, and hopefully the next video I have, I'm gonna have my dental work done and I'm not gonna be wearing this retainer anymore, so I can talk to you normally. Support your local farmer, and hope you have a wonderful day. And for anybody who wanted to see me in like the nurse outfit butchering chickens, well, you didn't donate, so what am I supposed to do? I'm not going to do that stuff for free, you know. I have morals. All right, anyway, hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm gonna go get another adult beverage and get ready to go morel hunting tomorrow. And it's nice now. Freaking Mother Nature. Anyway, love you guys. See ya.